Robert Daniel, the host of the Process to Purpose podcast. Again, we're here to help inspire, motivate, and encourage others to find their purpose through the process of spirituality, health, and wealth, using godly principles and values to break through to the life that God has called us to live. Again, go subscribe to us and give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and any other platform where you can find
Castro. What's going on, man?
How you doing, Robert?
Good, brother.
Good to see you, my boy.
I'm just going to call you Castro. That's cool.
Fine. Perfect.
Everybody knows you as Castro, right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, man. So, really quick, how I met Castro. I actually met him on IG. So, I met him online, but I also seen him at UFC Gym. And then we went to school in the same area, right? You went to Almani High School?
Almani High.
Correct. Yeah. What position you play? Because I remember you played football.
I played running back and linebacker.
Running back and linebacker.
Yeah, man.
Bring the wood, huh?
Oh, yeah. Every day. Hit squad.
Oh, yeah. You sent me something a little earlier. I'm going to ask you about it a little bit later about lockdown defense. So that might be related to that, but we'll go ahead and ask you a little bit later. Just where can people find you, brother?
Right now, my Instagram is my main portal for like anyone trying to reach out. So it's real easy. It's under Body by Castro. And then I work in Covina. So if you guys are local in Covina, you guys are more than welcome to stop by to the gym, get some work in with me, or just send me a DM and we'll get you guys going.
Good, man. Yeah, and I was glad you were able to make it in. You're pretty pretty close to us, right here in Covina.
Yeah.
Down the street.
You're gonna have to walk. You're gonna have to walk during your lunchtime and come get some work with me.
Yeah, oh man, trust me, this guy is great. So I know he's a body transformation coach. That's what's on his bio, right? So he's a health coach, and he's helped me out actually when I started my fitness journey last year. Fortunately, Castro, I gained a lot of that weight back, as we know, because I stopped being committed and dedicated. But he really helped me out. I mean, how much weight did I lose, bro, when you were helping me? It was like 45 pounds.
Like 45. We definitely hit the mark right there. Cause,
it was like 45 pounds in 9 weeks or something for the challenge.
For the challenge, UFC challenge.
And he kept me on it. He kept me consistent, gave me a meal plan. So he did all that great stuff. But really, just tell us a little bit about what you do, brother.
All right, so I've been in the personal training business now for about 7 years.
Okay.
Prior to that, I was involved with more of a kids athletics. I was at the YMCA. It was probably like my entry-level job where I was able to help coordinate the sports programs, customer service, and deal with just anything in general that had to do with fitness and overall the YMCA. So I feel like that really was a stepping stone to let me see the impact that I have in others, as far as like with the kids. It was like so rewarding seeing them grow and develop just through the little things, just for being them as a mentor. So that was like a good stepping stone for me to see that, you know what, helping others is really my calling and what I want to do as a servant of Christ and God. So
man, that's awesome, man. And I see that, bro. I see the passion. I follow you on Instagram, so I'm seeing you all the time, guys. Please follow Castro. I mean, he's on there all the time. He's just giving some encouragement, some inspiration, some motivation. He's on it, and something that you said yesterday, you said about serving people and helping people. And it shows, because even yesterday I was listening to one of your stories, bro, and it was really good to hear, because I felt like I needed to hear that at the moment. You talked about the people who were following are part of your team. And I think that's great, because, man, like, that's what we need to do. We need to set a culture. We need to set an environment, a group of people who come together and help each other out. And I see you doing that every day, man. So thank you for that. Keep the good stuff up, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
So, and I heard you said, servant of God. You sent me something the other day, and it said God's flex. What did you mean by God's flex, bro? God's
flex to me is our max potential. What we have as individuals, and what we can do with our daily maximum. So whenever we wake up, to the first choice you make is towards that flex. It should be something productive. It should be something positive, and it should be towards your best potential every day. The goal is to peak out every day, to give you your best, to lay in bed and just be like, you know what, like, I deserve this rest. It's been a long day. It's been a long, hard working day. And so God's flex is my strongest flex, meaning that I've given my best.
Good, man. That's really good, bro, because a lot of us, we can just let days kind of pass us by, and we're not living to our full potential, right? Like I was talking to one of the realtors here earlier, and I spilled, right before Castro got here, I spilled coffee all over myself, all over my white shoes. It was a hot mess, right? And I was like, hey, man, the show must go on. But one thing I was like, now I'm gonna meet with somebody else after this, and then I'm gonna go home because I have to change. But when I go home, I'm gonna probably be chilling out. You know, if I change, I get there and I don't go do anything productive, so that wouldn't be living to my full potential, right? How do you encourage somebody that's maybe just getting going with living that full potential each and every single, maybe a tip or two that they can do to start off their day?
As you know, as funny as this may sound, but the smallest things are really what sets you apart from not doing your best. So
100%.
For example, you know, I take pride on taking a shower, you know, brushing your teeth, making sure your shoes are clean, making sure you have clean clothes, making sure that, you know, that your space of work is clean. And that's going to give you a better vision. It's going to set you and put you in the right wheel. So, I mean, you are the driver of your own vehicle. So if you have a clean environment, you're more than likely to set yourself up with better opportunities for yourself and be able to make better choices daily. So that would be a good start to be hygiene.
Right, make your bed.
Make your bed. You know, brush your teeth in the morning and at night. And those little things really, like, they have a trickle effect into being better every day.
Yeah.
So that sets me up so I can live to my full potential every day. And then from there, from there you have that established. Now you want better.
Good.
Now you want better. Now your car's clean. Okay, now you want to feel better in your car, so you're gonna eat better. You know, you're gonna it reflects what you do next. So you eat better, you work out, you have a ritual and a habit for sleeping.
Good.
So all those little stones, they add up and they pile up and they create momentum for you.
Good.
For the whole month, for the whole week, for the whole day, for the rest of the year.
You know, that's crazy that you said that, bro. I really caught something good there. The way you present yourself with everything that you do, right? Like you said, your car, you know, making your bed, all that good stuff, right? Making sure it's clean. But the most important thing is your appearance. You know, when you're running a business or you're running, you know, you're leading people. If you can't take care of yourself, you know, with your health, how do you expect people to believe that you're going to be able to take care of them, you know, if you can't take care of yourself physically?
100%.
Right. That's the thing I felt this time around. I got back on it just maybe a couple of weeks ago, but I remember looking in the mirror, bro, and I was like, and I'm gonna be 100% honest, bro. There's no sugarcoating. I was like, you fat piece of crap, right? Because it's a reflection of who I am, right? So nutrition is really, really important. But let me ask you, why do you believe nutrition is important?
I see a lot of just health benefits, you know, and my favorite one out of all of them, when I get a client and they change their eating habits, and back to working with kids, is that once a parent or just an adult individual starts making changes in their health, it trickles down. Yeah. It trickles down to the people beneath them, to their kids, to their husbands, to their wives. And once one starts it, maybe the husband or wife would take a little bit to jump on board. But eventually that motivates them to, like, you know what, maybe I should make the same changes my wife's making or my husband's making. Yeah. Or you know, maybe I should be feeding my kids the same food that I'm eating. If I'm doing it for myself, why don't I do it for my kids? Yep. And eventually, one of the biggest wins in my system is that they all come together. They all come together and they all start eating better. So that's one of my biggest victories, aside from losing weight, is seeing the whole unit come together and just have better wellness at home, from production to the way they eat, to the way they share family time together. Yeah. Because again, the environment you set yourself up for is going to be the one that's going to work best for you. So eating better means that the mom or dad are taking care of themselves a little more. Good. Which means that they're probably taking care of their kids a little more. That's really good. Which means that they're all in sync at that point.
It's all a ripple effect.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that ripple effect is huge.
That's awesome to see.
Yeah, man, and it is, because I mean, we know that kids pick up on habits, right? You know, growing up, if your parents are bad with money, then you grew up and you're thinking, well, I'm gonna be bad with money because they were bad with money. If they were big, it was like our whole family's big, like our whole family's obese, like, and it shouldn't be that way. So when people start making that adjustment, they start just taking out soda maybe to start off with, right? And then their kids stop drinking soda, and their kids are like, wait, like, I don't want to stop drinking soda. But then eventually the kid, as they get older, like, man, my mom actually really helped me out when I took away soda because all the sugar, and I was able to not get picked on when I was at school or something.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's really good, man. And talking about being a good example as a parent, I see you and your beautiful daughter, man, on Instagram all the time. Tell me a little bit what that's like. Maybe the balance between running a health coach business and being a father, man.
It's been great. It's the story that I've written, that God's written for us, and that I just listen, and I obey what's ahead of me. So being a dad has been the number one thing, as far as like my life. It's helped me accountable. It's taught me more responsibility. But what I really learned from it is that the opportunities that are given, even if it's for 5 minutes or even if it's 3 hours with your child, like, you have to be present at all times. You have to be present. And before I was working anywhere from 12 to 13-hour shifts at work. I decided to, I'm gonna work half of that time now, and just devote myself to my daughter, to being there for her, to raising her. Because I remember, our families we were probably with babysitters back in the days. And we know how that was. Sometimes you had to get multiple babysitters as you moved, and maybe it was a fit, maybe it wasn't the right fit. And I'm sure our parents were hurt by that, to like not be there for us. But their grind was a little different,
Definitely.
We're entrepreneurs, so we're lucky enough to create our own schedules.
Have that freedom.
And have the freedom. So I chose the freedom to have the freedom with my daughter, to really give her my best, to really be there for her, from 3 months old to feeding her bottles, to now she's 4 now, and there hasn't been a moment that I've missed, and that's something that I'll never be able to give back. Financials, they come and go, as and sometimes they go fast, but the bond with my daughter, it's forever long, and that's something that I can be like, this is something that I'll cherish forever, and I'm never gonna regret working those extra 6 hours that I should have worked. It's all good. It's gonna come, and when my daughter, she's in, when the school system, because I see the school system, they take them from us, and they go to school Monday through Friday, and it's like now daddy time is like diminished. So at that point, then I'll capitalize on the time that I have.
Good.
But it's been awesome, bro. And I know you have a baby coming.
Yeah,
a baby boy, right?
Yeah, baby boy, man.
Woo! It's gonna be fun, bro.
I'm gonna need some tips, man.
I got you, man.
Yeah, definitely some tips. And man, what I love about what you're talking about right now with your daughter, man, I was asking you questions about health, and I seen the excitement in that. But right when I brought up your daughter and you started talking about being a dad and all that, you lit up, man. And that's awesome. And that seems like that wakes you up every single day. That gets you going every single day. I'm sure, I think about this all the time. Not everybody wants to be up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning going to train clients, but knowing that you could be with your daughter later is what gets you going. So maybe a question for you. I know your daughter has a huge part, but what moves Castro?
The expectation.
Okay.
The expectations that I have, not only for myself, but what others see in me, meaning God. I know that He has a lot for me.
Good,
as
bro.
far as like maximizing myself and being able to serve others and being able to help others. Number 2 would be my family. Everyone back at home. I'm from El Salvador, so my family from El Salvador. I always like to make them proud. I like to lead by example, and then it trickles down to my mom, my dad, my brother and sister at home, my daughter, and the rest of my family. It's just being able to, for them to see, like, what, this guy has no zero in him. He has no limitations.
Good.
He has a no excuses mindset. He has no weakness. That's something that I've been taught. And of course there's weakness, like I'm very like sentimental, very loving.
Good.
That's not a weakness.
Yeah.
But I like to show up every day and give my all. So waking up, even if I have to change my mindset before I see someone,
Good.
whether it's before I present myself in front of my daughter or my clients, the person that presents himself has to be pretty close to Iron Man.
Good.
And I like to set that standard from the moment I look at myself in the eyes in the morning. It's like, bro, we got to get this done today.
That's really good,
and
bro.
It doesn't matter if you're hurting, if you're sad, if you're a little hurt. The person that you're going to come across has to receive the best version of you no matter what.
Yep, because people are relying on you.
Yeah.
Not only your family, but people who are around you daily.
Yeah. That wakes me up and gets me going.
Man, that's really good, man. And what? Because I know a lot of people, they struggle with this, right? They go into work every single day. You know, it's like the same routine. You know, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go exchange my time for money, which is, there's no problem with that. But a lot of us grew up thinking that way, right? You have to go to school, you have to get a good job, you have to get great benefits. So now being an entrepreneur yourself, what do you think? How was that mindset shift to get you to become, say, hey, I'm gonna go all in? Is there a moment, maybe? Is there a progress, a process that actually happened? Think you have a little insight on that?
I feel, if this answers your question correctly, I feel like once I knew my purpose, which was to help others, inspire others, and just to live my life to its best, I felt like that became easier for me. I felt like I was able to wake up and have energy, and be able to do it day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out.
Good.
But as far as, like, let's say, to get someone going who doesn't work the average, like, lifestyle that I have, maybe it's like you said, it gets a little redundant, a 9 to 5 sometimes, and maybe sometimes you're not doing what you love to do. I really respect what they do, those individuals, because number one, they're putting their family first, you know, because they have to provide for them.
Yep.
You know, it may not be what they like to do, but I always encourage them to, you know, to keep searching for something they love to do.
Yep.
You know, you have this right now, which is great, but don't stay stuck on that. And I don't like the word stuck because it sounds kind of bad, but just don't settle for that. You know, There's more of you. It doesn't matter how old you are. There's an opportunity for you, and if you really seek that opportunity, God's gonna provide you with that open door. He's gonna open up the door for you as long as you really want it. I feel like the 9 to 5 individual that gets caught up in this routine, there's more to them. You know, if I was in that position, number one, health and creating a routine where I get to the gym every day, that's going to get me away from the 9 to 5. Also setting goals, you know, whether they're financial goals or, you know, health goals or family goals. Good. Set some of those to keep you away from the routine. You know, if I was in that position, another tool I use for myself, because I can get pretty redundant as well, you know, so I could be at work all day every day, which is redundant. So for myself, I'll have multiple gym memberships for that reason. So I'm always in a different environment working. So I'm not always doing the bench press in the same gym, in the same room. I can hit it at 3 different gyms, and I can have a different energy, a different vibe.
Good, man.
So sometimes, you know, going home and not sitting down to watch TV every day would be a game changer for you. Maybe going home and doing some research on a new recipe that you want.
Good.
Maybe going home and, you know, meal prepping for the rest of the week. That's going to get you out of that comfort zone, that redundant motion all the time.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people, bro, that work the 9 to 5, and they love it. You know, they absolutely love it, and that's great. You know, the people who we want to encourage is the people who are struggling in the 9 to 5, who feel like they have a calling. Like, I believe, you know, you were talking about purpose, right, earlier, and you're talking about, you know, helping people and all that. I believe that's your calling, right?
100%.
That's your calling. It is a purpose. You know, the show's called Process to Purpose, right? But I think the purpose it's a finish line, but you never get there.
100%.
You know what I mean? It keeps evolving. So every time you say, hey, I think I found my purpose, you're still in the process of finding that. Yeah, there's always going to be more, and there should be, right?
100%.
So and I see that in you, bro, and I believe what you said is your calling, and that's great, man. And I you know, I really thank you for just acknowledging that and knowing that you have that. So yeah, man, keep helping people, brother. I also wanted to ask you about the lockdown defense, bro.
Okay, that's a good one.
What does lockdown defense mean?
Ooh, lockdown defense to me is just being in control of the situations, the things that are thrown at you daily, whether they're good or bad, and just locking down, owning down of your actions and your reactions to things. I know the other day you were in the car and someone cut you off or something, right?
Yeah. So
in times like those, or more importantly when I'm with my daughter, you know, because being a parent, it can be sometimes overwhelming, you know, where maybe the kid, the baby's having a little tantrum, or they're going through something emotionally. Back in the days, you know, parenting was a lot different than now, you know what I mean? Back in the days, you'd be like, hey, hey, cut it out, or something, you know what I mean? Or like, maybe there was tough repercussions.
Yeah.
But me as a dad and having a little princess, you know, it's like sometimes like you have to really understand where they're coming from before you react, you know, as opposed to getting upset, you know. So that lockdown defense, my daughter taught me it, you know, like, it's like, she tells me all the time, Daddy, you're always happy? And I tell her, I'm always happy, baby.
That's right.
No matter what, every day. And she'll never see a different side of me because I'll be able to explain to her after I've taken the situation and analyzed it. I come up with words that I can relate to her with, as opposed to like scolding her or going out of my way and like yelling or something. Like, that's not really going to do anything for them, you know what I mean? That's going to teach them to maybe react the same way in their own environment with others, you know. So she taught me the lockdown defense, and then now I correlate it to life, you know, to encountering individuals, you know, from people that maybe don't have the best intentions for you or towards you. Sorry, bro.
No, you're good.
I use it to like lock down, own up, and, you know, keep moving forward without having to react in the wrong way.
Yep.
Whether it's in the streets, you know, out in the environment, in the gym, or back at home with my parents, you know, it's always like, just take it as it is, analyze the situation, and respond the right way.
Good.
Respond and I guess you can say being the bigger person.
Yep.
So that to me is lockdown defense. It's taking ownership of the way you react to situations that are good or bad.
Yeah, I like the way you said that, is respond, because a lot of times we like to react, right? And our reaction is not always the greatest, but once we respond, we analyze, like you said, hey, what just happened right now? Is it really that important that I'm gonna freak out on right now, you know? And I don't know if everybody knows, but there was somebody that cut me off while I was going down, and this dude like cut me off like at 5 miles per hour, bro, and I was like going like 45 on the freeway. So like their side is stopped, but I'm on the right lane about to get off, and homeboy jumps in, and it's just nothing. I like called him a name. It wasn't that bad. I think I over exaggerated a little bit on my post, but it wasn't that bad. But I called him a name that I shouldn't have. And then after, I was like, bro, I was literally just worshiping God, right? Listening to worship music. I was like in a zone, and instantly it just went away. Like instantly I was like, you dummy, you know?
Yeah.
I basically called him a dummy. That's what I called him, but something a little worse. But yeah, man, no, it was it was great to be aware of it, and so I'm glad you shared that, man, because I was like, man, what does lockdown defense mean, bro?
And I actually love that you share that story about the car too, because I mean, I'm always trying to learn, and I feel like you have the same purpose I have as far as being a good servant and helping others and motivating others. That's why you have the show, and that's why you do what you do, and I congratulate you for that, because I know you have the same calling, and it comes from the heart, you know, or else you wouldn't do this extra things.
Yeah, bro. Thanks for that, man.
Of course, brother. So when I thought about that, I was like, man, this evil devil source, whatever you want to call him, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's always trying to get in our business.
Yeah,
you know what
bro.
I mean? Here you are worshiping, having a good time, and here he comes trying to get in.
Yeah.
It's like, there's going to be a lot of times like that. I mean, obviously you can relate.
Yep.
You know, and that's where that lockdown defense comes in. It's like we can't be veered off.
Yeah.
For something little.
Little, you know, few circumstances that come up, situations. Yeah. No, I definitely agree. And I think the biggest thing is it's gonna happen. Right? Yeah. It's gonna happen. You're gonna stumble. You're gonna trip. But I think the biggest key is, okay, how can we become aware of it? You know 100%. What I mean? Like how can we become aware and be like, okay, yeah, this happened. This is how I should have approached it. I approached it this way. This is how I should have went about it. You know, like me, I could have like, we didn't get in a car accident or anything. You know, I could have maybe give him a little honk just so he knows. But like,
I agree.
Freaking out didn't help him. I mean, he didn't do anything to him. It was me that was freaking out, you know?
Maybe a little laugh about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I laughed about it after. I was like, I got to put this on my story real quick. I got to let people know, man. Yeah, bro. So thanks for sharing that, bro. And then also maybe, I know we can't go away without asking you a few health tips, man. So, 100%. You know, maybe somebody that, you know, just getting off the couch, you know, they're labeled a couch potato, whatever. I don't like putting labels on people, but so, you know, quote unquote couch potato, and they're gonna just about to get going. What do you suggest they do, bro?
I would suggest, you know, just look at themselves in the mirror. You know, really find out the purpose they want, you know, to move forward. Find a reason why you want to move forward in the direction that you want to, whether it's, you know, better health, whether it's just getting started, whether it's just making better choices in the kitchen. You know, find a purpose, and take pride in that. Be proud. You know, be proud of going to the gym twice a week. You know, if you were at 0, be proud of that. And then eventually bump it up to 3, 4 times, 5 times. But just be consistent. It takes time. I always tell my clients when they walk in, I'm like, look, the amount of time it took you to gain this weight, which might have been 6 months to a year to 3 years to 4 years to 10 years, that's probably pretty much the time it's going to take you to take it off.
Yeah.
You can go into these, and I don't like to touch a subject but everyone's aware of it. Like the quick 6-week challenges, 8-week challenges, they're great for you, but at times they're going to cause your metabolism to crash down and eventually you end up gaining weight twice as fast. So
yeah, I did that.
It's not, I know. It's not a race, it's not a race. It's just okay, let's reverse things a little bit. The last 10 years of my life, I was running the ship this way, and it got me to this point. And now the next 10 years of my life, I need to run it this way so it can get me to that point and sustain that and build a lifestyle for it. So I encourage clients to go in on health and fitness and really have the mindset that it's not going to be tomorrow that results come. Good. Results are already starting the moment you walk in.
Yep.
But to see visual results and sustainable results, that's what you want, and it's going to take time.
It's a lifestyle.
It's going to take time. It's going to be a lifestyle that you build, and it'll probably be the best lifestyle and the best years that you've lived if you really commit to it.
Good.
A lot of rewards come out of just building that, the mindset, the lifestyle, and just keeping yourself away from the lifestyle you were living before.
Good, bro. Good.
Balance is key.
Good. And I see that you want to help people, man. So how somebody was looking for help and they wanted to reach out to you, how can they go about it, or what do you offer that you can help with?
So I offer multiple services. Number one, of course, it's a one-on-one training where the client comes in and they train one-on-one with you. It's more of a direct approach.
Okay.
And I also have a semi-private training service where you'll be working in a small group.
Good.
But each client that comes in, it's not a circuit training session. It's not a boot camp. So each client comes in and they work on their own strength program that's aligned towards your goals and whatever it is they want to accomplish, whether you want to lose weight, you want to gain weight, you want to gain some muscle mass, you have certain areas that you want to work on. You'll be working in a group, but the exercises in the program that I fit for you are best suitable for your goals.
Good.
So that's another service I offer. I also offer online training that's really effective as well.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, and you got your money in there. You got the big check, baby. Woo! So that was awesome to see. It was good to see you in there. And like when you won that, I was like, yeah, baby.
Yeah, heck yeah. We've been trying to get Castro on. He's like, all right, give me some time. We finally got him on, man.
I was like, man, I just want God to give me the right words.
That's right.
I want to be able to motivate you guys, inspire you guys. And if you guys ever need any help, you guys have us to reach out to. We're always here for you guys. But online services are available as well. I don't take too many online clients just because I know that I'm big on reputation and big on results. So I'm going to work with someone that's dedicated. If you just want some help and you want some guidance, I can get on a phone call with you. It's for free. Get on a phone call with me. Perfect. I can align you up, get you going. And then if you want any of my services, then you can reach out and you can come in and try the services that I offer.
Perfect.
In the next coming months, I do want to reopen my services to kids.
Okay.
That way, because I worked with kids in the past and it was very rewarding. So
good.
I want to open up that door again. And also offer a meal prep service where I'm able to give the clients directly what they need to eat, meet their macronutrient demand, meaning according to their weight and their body fat, I'm able to customize their nutrition plan. Whether it be an athlete that wants to perform for their high school sport or someone that wants to drop weight, I feel like there's never the right age to start. You could be 12 eating meal prep, or you could be 64 eating healthy. It's the best is when you start when you're little, when you're like three days old. It's like, take this avocado, baby. Take this healthy fat. You don't even know what it is, but just eat this.
Let me smash it over real quick with you. Yeah. That's good, bro.
But yeah, those are the services that I offer. Again, you guys can find my Instagram under Body by Castro. Just send me a direct message and we'll link you up in the right direction.
Yeah, and then you can see some of his videos of him working out, and he just like, I see that, I'm like, man, why can't I just look like that? No, I'm kidding. You got to put in the work.
He's a beast, baby. He's a beast.
You got to put in the work. Yeah. Honestly, when I started gaining weight, bro, is like I hurt my shoulder. And these are excuses, by the way. So just up front, I hurt my shoulder. I got an AC joint separation playing flag football. And then my wife got pregnant. So it was like, hey, you're pregnant. I'm hurt. I can't do anything. Let's go eat. You know what I mean? And it 100% excuses. But that's what happened. and I was good. Like I was maintaining. I had gone down to about 205, and I was maintaining about 220 to 225. And then I went to Hawaii, and still then I enjoyed Hawaii, gained some weight, and I came back, and that's when I got hurt. And it was just kind of down. It was literally like in the last couple of months, bro. Like I gained. I'm not even gonna say it because I'm embarrassed, but I gained a lot of weight in the last couple of months. Cutting back down, I'm probably down like another 15 right now, but I know that I can't be going up in this roller coaster, right? So I got to get it right. I got to get it right. I gotta get back on it, but I'm on my way. I definitely am, and I appreciate all the help and everything. So I know you're gonna be helping a lot of people, man. So guys, reach out to him. It's for you. It's not for him. His job is to serve people, help people, and it's your job to reach out so you can help your lifestyle, man, and it's really gonna help out. I have a few rapid fire questions for you, brother.
100%. One more thing though.
Yeah.
I do have a man's group available that I reached out to Robert on as well.
Yep.
But the man's group, shout out to my boys in that man's group, way to come in and put that work in with me. Pretty much what the man's group does is they do exactly what I do on the daily. So whatever workout I do, they're going to be doing, and I actually do it with them. So it's kind of like I'm the one leading the pack.
Good.
And then they have to do exactly what I do. They feel the same intensity. They're in there sweating with me, grunting with me.
Good.
So that's a really fun one that I just added this year as well, starting in January. So, man, my fellas, if you guys want to get that work, you're more than welcome to come by as well. But ladies, my groups are mainly filled with ladies.
Yeah.
So it's a comfortable environment for the female athlete. If you guys want to come in and get that work in, then
yeah, I see you. A lot of your clients are female, and now you're starting that men's group.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't do it, man, because of the whole shoulders thing.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you guys are killing it, bro.
I'm gonna send the lift to pick you up. Right?
Yeah, I know, bro. I'm gonna have to be working out with one arm or something.
Easy. We'll get it done.
It's like, all right, Robert, you can't do anything. Go to the treadmill.
Is your right side?
Yeah, it's my right side.
Okay, we'll let it recover.
Yeah, strong side. Yeah, give it some time. I still got the big old. It was bad, bro. It was really bad. But thanks for sharing that, man.
Of course.
Yeah. So, man, want to get on it? Great, man. A great dude to follow.
Let's get it, fellas.
Yep. And then, so going back to the questions, and thank you for stopping me, man. If there's, I'll let you, at the end, you're going to be able to share, maybe just some closing comments, but thank you for letting me.
I just feel like you guys put in the work in,
No,
so
I
give a little shout out there.
No, perfect, man. And then, one of the questions is, what do you believe your purpose is right now at the moment?
Right now, at the moment, is the number one purpose for me is being the best father that I can be.
Good, bro.
That's number one for me, and I feel like that's one that I take a lot of pride in.
Good.
And if I were to go today, like today was my last day on earth, I'd want to be remembered as one of the best dads that lived in my area and as amongst a group of friends that I have. And of course, someone who helps people and serves them. But it's been to be the best dad I can be, day in and day out.
Good. Kind of like how the Black Mamba went out, you know what I mean?
That's it, baby.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last podcast, but yeah, exactly like that, man. He's been a great example of in our lives, man.
Big time.
Yep, the Lake Show, man.
That's right, baby. Mamba forever, baby.
Yep, that's right, brother. Another question would be, if you could go back to any age, right? You could pick any age you like, and you give yourself one tip, one piece of information that would believe that can help you, or that you maybe needed at the time. You can't change anything that's happened or where you're at right now, but what would that one tip be? And what age?
I would give myself. This is a tough one because I can go to 16.
Okay.
Or I can go to 21, 22 because I remember both of those where I was at amongst those times. To the 22-year-old, I would tell them, the life is beautiful, but enjoy the good moments, because back then I was enjoying barbecues and, on the days off after school. I had a part-time job, so I was enjoying time, like having pool barbecues during the summer, and just really laying out and just enjoying life. But I would tell that guy to have a little more sense of urgency.
That's good.
Enjoy those times, but know that the clock is ticking.
Yep.
And if you can cover ground from 22 to 28 and really maximize that time, by the time you're my age, which I'm 30 now, you might be a little further in certain areas of life.
Yeah.
Whether it be maturity, whether it be maybe you're able to lock down certain business opportunities that you want.
Good.
But I would say maximize. I know there's a lot of college students, and that relates to my little bro because he's in college right now. He's 20, and I always tell him like, bro, the clock is ticking. Get on it.
Yeah.
Get on it.
And sometimes they don't want to hear it, right?
Yeah. And then I tell him, bro, if I had an older brother, I'd want him to be on me, like like a dog.
Yep.
Like, get up, do something.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Research, open up that book,
Yeah.
But
you can Google anything. What do you want to do? Like, start with something and fail.
Yeah. So
That's
I would just tell the 22-year-old to have a little more fire and urgency.
Good.
Just and to prepare for the days that are coming. If you really want to be that dude.
Good, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, great. A favorite movie you like to watch, bro? It comes on, you can watch it every single time.
I honestly don't watch TV. If I were to watch TV right now, it would be a movie that I watch with my daughter, and it's called Leap.
Leap.
And it's a movie about a little girl who has to overcome adversity. She's an orphan, and she has no parents, and she's on her own. But her goal is to be the best dancer in the world. And in order to become the best dancer, she needs discipline, she needs practice,
That's really good,
and she
man.
needs to be relentless.
That's good, bro. I was not expecting that answer. That's great.
Yeah, brother.
That's one of the better answers I got for that question, because most people are like, I don't know, freaking. Like mine is Forrest Gump. You know what I mean?
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Forrest Gump. But some people said some other crazy stuff, but that's a really good one. That one, like,
You have to watch that one, huh?
Yeah, and I was like, man, bro, I want to go put this on right now. It's on Netflix.
Netflix, Leap. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it is on Netflix.
Yeah. Find it on Netflix. Leap.
It
Check
is.
that out.
Shout out, right? And then another one. What's your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness is, I would say it's just shutting up and getting it done. Whether it means being the person that's gonna get, like, I don't want to say bullied or like put under, but I'll take the hit. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I'll let someone like think they got the edge on me.
Gotcha.
And that's okay. I'd rather do that because I know that's what God would do.
Okay.
I'd rather
Turn
be
the
that
other
dude
cheek.
and be humble,
Got it.
and take the hit, knowing that I'm doing the best. I'm doing what it takes to get the next person ahead.
Yeah.
But in this case, my daughter. Or in
Got
this
it.
case, my client.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm okay with being the dude that gets stepped on a little bit.
Okay.
Or maybe the other person feels like they're getting the best of me.
Yeah.
But I know where I stand, and I have faith in God, and I know that He has the plan.
Good, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. Any closing thoughts for the audience?
Just a quick one, since I always do them, I just want to encourage you guys, to keep moving forward, motivate yourselves, be your best motivator, to love those around you, to create opportunities for yourself through health and wellness, and to really lock in on your mindset, because that's really what's going to drive you forward for the days and the years to come. So just be always war ready, have the lockdown defense set.
Yep.
And just attack life with your best every day and do your best.
Let's go. And that's all you guys got to follow him. Go on there right now. Drop what you're doing. Go follow Body by Castro, because you're going to get this not just today, but every single time, guys. Thanks again, man, for being on, brother. I appreciate you. And
Yes,
how I end every episode is, if nobody loves you, man, Jesus loves you. Have a good one, guys.
Amen.
All right, brother. Thanks, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.